We'll talk about, the whole idea about water and everything, but you talked about the regions being, apart from Accra, the others are doomed. When you say they are doomed, what do you mean?
They don't have any economy. They don't have
Not
life.
even in the Ashanti region?
Ashanti region. I mean, come on. It's all. If you look at what comes out of Ashanti region and you look at the lifestyle, it's like 5% of it or 10% of it. I went to the market in Ashanti region, and most women they were putting their clothes on the floor for me to walk on. I mean, it was so touching to see people even looking at a young man like me and they said, "Look, we want change. We've been sitting in the sun for 8 years. Look at my skin." And there is a market there. They've never opened it for us. They can't expand us. They can't help us. People are struggling in Ghana, Winston. It's difficult for people. I mean, look, there's a young guy that asked me a question when I was in Tamale. And when he was coming on stage, they were trying to stop him because he's like 13 years old. And, but I said, let him come. So he came. And then he spoke in his language and someone had to translate it. In his own words, he said that he goes to school, but he's scared. He's scared because he doesn't think he will get the best of education, and then if he does, he doesn't think he will get a job. This is a 13-year-old thinking this way. So you should know that if that kind of age that hasn't come of age yet to see what life is about are thinking this way, then the country is really gone down. There's a whole lot of issue. And Tamale is dry. You can almost count some of the buildings there. And with silver sheets, and it's going to bring more heat into the room. You barely see electricity there. On the way to Boliga, there was only one water I saw, and I thought, okay, I've seen water, and it was brown, it was poisoned, it was galamsey, it was destroyed. So I think you have to go to these places and really see how the people, what are they looking for, what are they doing with themselves, and you're going to realize that the only time they harvest their cocoa is when maybe there is political campaigns. That's when people go around and give them t-shirts and give them some money, so it's not developed. And this is a reality. We have to be realistic with this reality, that what are we going to do to make our people's lives become better? And I can definitely see that if there were even 4 or 5 plants in this place, and there is some sort of logistics, there is going to be a great economy circulating. But I met a lot of chiefs, queens and kings, and one of them told me that sometimes people have to come and surround the palace. He has to help them with chop money. If I can bring jobs, I will be he'll kiss me basically, because he's the king and he feels for the people. But we as a country, we haven't been able to build these regions. In fact, I saw a factory in Goso, and I saw timber logs, like the things I used to see in Kumasi, but I don't know, I'm sure they've cut all the wood, So I was seeing it in Goso, and I thought that was so old school to carry logs on the track, because I hadn't seen it in a while. But I saw a plywood factory. And I'm a builder, I'm a developer, so I buy a lot of plywood. It's like 200 and something cities for one. But the factory was there, meaning that a lot of plywood was coming from there. So I quickly did research, and I realized that it belonged to some outsider who has just come to put it there and creating the plywood there. So he might have created jobs for maybe 100 or 200 people, but he's extracting millions of dollars from the land, and it's not to our benefit. So these are the things that I believe that the idea of industrialization would change the country completely, would create jobs, would create revenue, and then economic stability, economic balance, economic prosperity. We will start to have a national booming economy. Let's look